Alright, so here's the box that the shed comes in. It's actually going to look like that one right there. And like I said, as you can see, we got literally hundreds of pieces. So got all the track pieces in here. Got the actual panels under there, as you can see. Maybe. And then air bolts, nuts, and screws, and plastic washers, and all these little plastic pieces. Kim so nicely organized to set out. As long as Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video. We are starting a pretty big project over the next few days. Actually, yesterday is technically when we started it. And as you can see right here, we built the platform for our shed. We got the galvanized steel. Yeah, therefore.
Because you pushed me out of the way.
Oh, sorry. We got a galvanized steel 8x10 shed that I talked about before. And we got but it comes all in about 8,000 pieces that we got to put together. From the information that we've gotten, it's going to take a couple days to put together, so we're going to work on that starting today. Hopefully, prayerfully finish it by end of day tomorrow, because then after that I still got a few more days off, but we're going to go help my dad on a project at his house too later this week, so he's kind of got a busy week, so we're trying to get done. Like I said, platform's done. Basically just put some concrete pavers down on the ends, 2x6, framed it out, and put some plywood on top and the dimensions that it says, which is 121 by 92 and 3/4. 121 by 92 and 3/4. And I couldn't find that anywhere online. It was in the instructions, but I couldn't find that anywhere online. So
we have a picture of it in the video.
I'm gonna put it on this video in case anyone else. It's an Arrow aluminum. I don't know if it's aluminum. I said steel. I think it's aluminum. I don't know. Whatever. It's an Arrow 8x10 shed. We're gonna put it together, and then we're gonna make sure it's seal it up around all the little spots where it might have openings, all that. Trying to weatherproof it as much as possible. Like I said before, we're gonna store all of our yard stuff in there, all the stuff for the garden that's right here, chicken stuff, chicken feed, quail feed, all that stuff that we need. So it's all right here in our area where we're doing everything. But Before we do that, I'm going to take you around and show you around in the garden. We've got everything, most everything planted, and it's starting to thrive really good. We had a really good rain last night, so everything got good and watered. Now the sun's coming out real strong. So I'll take you around, show you the garden. Chickens are in there, cage 2, show you the chickens. And
Rex is behind us playing in the water and chasing the light.
Yeah, Rex is back there. I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, you can see him. Back there, the sun is reflecting off of the bird feeder, making the light shine around, and he's attempting to catch the light. So, so it's cool this morning, but hopefully it won't get too hot today and get this knocked out. But before we do that, take you around, show you the garden, and we'll go from there. There's the chickens. They're doing pretty good. They're a few weeks old now, so they're getting good and feathered out. They haven't quite got the grasp of going up there and roosting in the run yet, but they'll get there. Flying back down here. Anyway, there you can see all 4 of them. They're doing really good. They're getting used to their area. So.
Oh, did they get it? Does Tiny have it?
Yeah, someone's. Yeah, now they're chasing. Now they're doing the chasing each other. All right. So, obviously, like we showed you before, is a garden. So we able to get. We got some mulch from my mom and dad that had a whole bunch left over from theirs at their property. So we got these 2 mulched and a little bit of that one over there mulched. We're gonna get. We haven't decided if we're gonna just keep trying to borrow some mulch or if we're gonna get one of those free piles just delivered here, because we got some really low, muddy property here. Gets real muddy right there at that gate. So we're gonna need some mulch ourselves. We're gonna need mulch for eventually more for the chickens and for the quail. So we may just end up getting our own thing of mulch. So this first bed here is going to have a lot of the peppers, which are right there, small but starting to come up. Then over there you can see that's all going to be the beans. We're going to have the trellis running from there to there, so the beans are growing really good. And then this is either squash or zucchini, and all 3 of the red pots there on the end. I believe this is more squash and zucchini here. It's planted down the middle. And then some more beans there. Like I said, that's going to grow on the trellis there. They're going to trellis up both sides of it. And then this one I believe is all tomatoes. Oh no, we also have these ones here, these small ones here, and right there are cantaloupe that also grow as a vine and trellis. We'll trellis over right here, and then another cantaloupe one there and right there. So those are cantaloupe that'll trellis over both sides. And then the rest of this bed is different varieties of tomato, along with there's actually some carrots that are supposed to do good in warmer weather. We'll see how that goes, but Kim was doing some research and some reading about having the carrots planted next to tomatoes helps both of them thrive and flourish. So hopefully those will do really good too. So we got, like I said, we got to get more mulch to finish mulching out this bed here, just like we did those 2 there. And then this is kind of the homemade trellis I made. We had some leftover 2x2 material from doing some of the shed and other projects, and then this is actually the leftover fence that we had from running our fence off across this area. So since we had some leftover material, I just made this trellis here. And this goes up about 5 foot and across, and then the fencing here back down. And then down there is where this is going to be all of our cucumbers. So some on that side, some on this side. They'll grow up, and then they don't have anything on top here in this opening. So we're going to do some wire, run some wire from that side over to that side so they can grow across. And hopefully we get a bunch of good cucumbers. And hopefully we can try and pickle some too. So we'll see how that goes. So that'll go in there. We'll probably have a little bit of room here in the middle, although once this starts growing up, it's going to be pretty heavily shaded. So I'm not sure what we'll do there. And we still, since those are going to be on that end, we still have this in here that's open. And I don't believe she's planted anything there yet. So we're gonna maybe plant some stuff there. We haven't decided yet. And then here's all of our grow bags here. All these potatoes, sweet potatoes, and carrots in them. And no, oh, we got here we go. Got a little tiny sprout right there. And I don't think there's anything else sprouting up in there yet, which obviously those actual vegetables, obviously the root vegetables, they'll be growing down in there, but we'll have some stuff sprout out too. And let me see, it's in the pot, it's got some new growth on it, doing really good. And then, like I said, here we go. Here's the platform that we did for the shed. So it'll be open the door facing out this way, obviously, and that way we can store all that stuff in there, and it'll be right here at our fingertips. It's kind of our workable area. Like I said, eventually we're going to expand to do some more stuff on the outside, but for now this is what I got. That's kind of our garden update. Just wanted to keep y'all updated, as well as keep a video vlog of what we got going on with the garden, so we can look back on our process from what we've done and what we've got done. All right, so we spent too many hours already and we've barely done anything. So we'll flip around and show you. There's a bunch of pieces that you got to put together before you actually start constructing the whole thing. And then it kind of suggests that once you start actually constructing it, you have all those pieces ready to go, and pretty much a full day to put together, because if you put it half together, one of the walls is going to be up. If you leave it overnight, it could break or something like that. So we're going to stop where we're at for today, finish actually putting it up tomorrow. So I'll walk you around and show you what we've done so far. It's not very exciting, not very much. All these long pieces here and all these pieces here, everything had to be screwed together, bolted together, all that. And of course we're following the instructions and having to redo the instructions and go over everything. So there's that, and then we'll walk back here to the backyard and show you the base frame of it real quick. So there you go, pretty much the frame. We actually had to, like I said, piece it all together and to make sure it's going to fit perfectly on this. Just a little overhang there. So anyways, it's not very much, but it just took a long time to get all that screwed together and pieced together, and following the instructions and understanding, making sure we're doing it the right way the first time. So all that's put together. So tomorrow we'll get out here first thing in the morning and start actually with the rest of the process, which is actually, you know, putting up the walls, putting the roof together, putting the roof on. Sounds easy, but apparently it takes a long time. So we're gonna leave that, so that way everything's pretty much ready to go tomorrow. All right, so we're back the next morning, getting started. Not quite as early as we wanted, but still getting started. Weather's supposed to be like this, bright and sunny all day. It should be a good day. Hopefully, prayerfully, get it all finished today. Oh, there she comes. She's dealing with Bo. Try and get this all finished today, put together. So I'm gonna show some video of putting the walls up. As easy as that sounds, but it's probably gonna take us the rest of the day. So here we go. day 3 for the shed. First day we just put a few of those small pieces together. It actually didn't take a whole lot of time, took a couple hours to do it, but then we didn't want to start halfway through the day, only being able to put up some of the walls, not all of them, in case it got windy. So we waited till yesterday. The middle of the day yesterday, our quail started hatching, so we got highly distracted by watching quail hatch for a while, so that kind of took away some time. But we did work pretty much till it got dark last night. Also ran into a couple problems because in the package of all of our stuff, 2 of the pieces are supposed to be like, 2 of the roof pieces are supposed to be left side and 2 were supposed to be right side. Well, they sent us 4, whatever it was, left side or right side, all of one side instead of 2 and 2. So we had to kind of flip them around and drill some new holes and kind of improvise. So that was a pain. On top of just making sure we do all these steps correctly to make sure all the holes line up. So like I said, it's kind of a pain. It'd be really nice once it's all put together. I mean, it's going together. Once it's together, it's looking pretty sturdy and really good. But it's just kind of a pain to get it to that point. So we're trying to get to that point. So now, day 3, we're hoping it's only gonna take, well, I guess technically day 4, right? Day 4? Anyways, we took 1 day to build the base. It's taken 2 or 3 days to do the actual shed. So, Lord willing, we should be finished today. We got to finish doing the roof, and we'll walk you around, show what we've got done so far. We got to finish putting the roof panels on, so as long as all those line up well, it shouldn't take too long. Then we got to build and install the 2 sliding doors here that they go on the front because they kind of slide together. So I'll show you around what we've done so far inside of it. These little pieces here that are going inside there, the pieces that they messed up on. So we got all of our beams in for the roof. We just got to finish putting in these panels on the roof. I think there's ends up being about 6 of them. Then we got to put a top cap that goes across the main beam here to kind of seal everything in. Like I said, I ended up having to use some screws that came with it, that where we were actually supposed to be using some of the bolts on the piece here that kind of got messed up. So hopefully they gave us plenty of extra screws. Otherwise we're gonna have to make a Lowe's trip at some point to get some more, but hopefully that won't be a problem. So anyway. So now it's been a few days since we finished the shed, and we kind of waterproofed it some, wanted to give it a little bit of time and see how that did. Basically, we'll just wrap it up by talking about our overall experience, I guess, doing the shed. Yeah. It was a pain to put together.
If you can make it through it together, your marriage is
yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. It was a pain. Like we said before earlier, and it's been a few days, but earlier in this video, it was a lot of steps, a lot of pieces. Then we had pieces that were wrong, like we were supposed to have 2 left and 2 right pieces for the roof, and they gave us all left pieces. I may have already mentioned that. Like I said, we're filming this part of it a few days later, but anyways, it was a pain. We had to end up punching holes where there weren't holes, there needed to be holes, and then filling that in just because we didn't want to contact the manufacturer and have to wait 2 or 3 weeks until we could get it and finish it, because I had this time off. I took time off to do it, so we wanted to just knock it out while I was off. So we did. It's done, and it works really well, exactly how we want it to. Like I said, it was just a lot of tedious work, and then the roof, putting on the roof panels was difficult because nothing kind of lined up. However, we knew it probably was going to be like that. So, but once we now that it's done, it's nice. We took some silicone caulk around the outside of it, kind of sealed everything in real good, sprayed some of that expanding foam stuff in the middle where it kind of had some gaps, just to seal it up, waterproof it as much as we could, which we had some really rainy days a few days ago. So it what did you need, babe? We're doing a video. Okay, well, he can wait. We're doing a video. Just play with him up there. We'll be done in just a minute. Tell him we'll be in a minute. Thank you. So anyways, we sealed it up really good, and we had a couple rainy days, and there was a little bit of water that kind of dripped through on one of the walls, but not much. Nothing just streaming in or anything like that. So the stuff we have in there should be good to go. So we'll walk over here and give it kind of a once over, show you the space on the inside, and that'll wrap it up for this one. So we'll show you that real quick. All right, so here it is all completed. I think I may have shown some of this already. Obviously, we talked about the base that we installed first. This is the quail cage in the process of being painted. We'll show you more of that on another video soon. But this is the shed. Oh, you locked it. Oh, something maybe one of the kids did. So it's just got those two sliders that slide all the way open. And like I said, it's an 8x10 and 10 foot wide, 8 foot deep. And it's tall enough there in the middle for me to stand up in. You can see all the little foam stuff we put in there. It don't look great, but no one will see that but us. So some of my tools, all the yard stuff, pressure washer, all that stuff will fit in there really well. And then on this side is where we're gonna have the space for stuff for the garden, stuff for the quail, stuff for the chickens, whatever else we may need to put in there. So yeah, worked out really well. Definitely would recommend, if you're installing one like this anywhere near us, we came off this fence here about 18 inches and off the house about 18 inches. Originally I was going to put it on the house, and my dad recommended me to maybe do it off the house, that way in case we need to get back there, which we actually ended up needing to be back there a majority of the time to actually put the roof and all that on. So thank God we did that. Otherwise it would have been really bad when we got halfway done with this thing and realized it was too close to the house to finish putting together. So that would have been a nightmare. But so anyways, yeah, this is again, like I said, it's the Arrow shed. We bought it from Lowe's for about 500 bucks, and hopefully it'll last us for many years, or however long we end up being here. And you can see the roof is fully covered and sealed in and all that, and then some space here on the back. So overall, we like it. I think it's definitely worth the money, maybe worth the time. It was just a pain to get together, but put together, but it was cheaper than buying one of the more expensive wooden sheds to get delivered. Plus, if we had it delivered, we would have had to take a section of the fence down and put it back up. And I don't even know if we could have got it delivered, because our huge tree right here, they couldn't have got back here. So this was really just the best case scenario for us. And I think it'll do us a lot of good for a whole area, what we're doing here. Cattle panels over there that we're going to put up for the trellis soon. Gonna do a video on the quail and our experience with the quail as we kind of put this thing together. That'll be the next video coming out soon. Done a little updates on the chickens over there, put them some feeder and water in permanent. So just taking it one step at a time. Things are working out well. So that'll wrap it up for this one. Like I said, definitely recommend it if you're gonna put one together. Just give yourself plenty of time and hopefully some patience, because it's gonna take a while, right? Yep. All right, well, the kids are screaming and we gotta go get dinner. So that'll do it for this. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, drop us a comment, like and share and follow our video and give us a thumbs up, all of that, and we'll see you on the next one.
Recording?
Yep. What you got?
Grasshopper?
Ah. Kim caught a grasshopper. Ooh, the sun is terrible. He can't see us. And that's too bright to see. And you're too short to be in the thing. Stop.
You got beard hair.
That's what happens when you have a beard. Anyways.
Ball on your head and ball on your chin.
No. Alright. I have to take my hat off because from an angle I look like a weird Chinese man. Anyways.
You're the cutest Chinese man I've ever seen.
Okay. Day 3. Day 3 for the...
Welcome to our blue bench talks.
No, we're not welcoming. We're not welcoming, we're ending.
Oh. We are ending on our blue bench talk.
Come on! That's the best you got? Alright. You don't want to be in it?
I didn't know if you wanted me to.
Look, she's gonna help today. Yay!
Please don't put this in the video.
Okay, I won't.